You've been here before, obviously. What has it changed much since
It's
you were here?
changed a lot.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it wouldn't have changed if they didn't have to do the repave, but the repave basically made it a whole new racetrack for us.
Did you like that? I mean,
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish they wouldn't have had to redo it.
Yeah, for us who don't race, can you explain how that changes that?
So it just adds a lot of grip to the racetrack. And Iowa was a place that was a low grip track before, and you could move around all over the place and really pass guys. I'm a little bit worried now that the pace is going to be really fast and it's going to be harder to pass. But the speeds are going to be tremendous, that's for sure, when we come back and race.
What were you going on the straightaways today?
I couldn't even tell you.
When you raced here several years ago, did you see this as a potential cup track?
Yeah, absolutely. And I was bummed that they didn't get a race earlier. I know everybody in the industry was super excited about having a cup race here, so it's been a long time coming.
Mr. Bill, I'm Philip. I work for the Des Moines Register. You know, you won here in 2018 and 2019. What do you like about this place?
Well, I love the racetrack. I mean, it's just such a unique venue and a unique facility, unique surface. The surface has changed now, obviously, but it was just a great place to race, and I'm excited about getting a cup race at a different venue. And I think diversifying the schedule is always going to be a positive, and definitely going to new venues is a huge positive.
It's a sellout crowd. What does that mean for you guys to have a crowd like giving tickets?
It means that we should have been here 5 years ago. But yeah, it's really good. I mean, I think that anytime you can sell the place out, it deserves a date. So hopefully this is a mainstay on the Cup schedule.
When did you stop celebrating from Sunday nights?
Well, it's been a quick turnaround. Obviously yesterday was a holiday, so I had a couple of the crew guys over to the house yesterday, and then it was an early morning to get here today. So I guess last night whenever I went to bed was the time we quit celebrating.
What was it like finding out that you were the winner shortly after it sounded like they were going to try to restart the race or at least send you guys to your cars?
Yeah, I never in a million years would have thought that they were going to call the race. You know, whenever the rain stopped and they put the jet dryers out, I thought we were in it for the long haul. And at that time, I knew that it was going to be a 2 or 3 a.m. checkered flag, so I was in my motorhome trying to get a little snooze in before we went back green, and then yeah, they called the race.
Do you have any thoughts on Stuart Haas shutting down today?
No.
If I could ask one more thing, you know, I noticed that at least during today's test, for whatever it's worth, you guys were all taking the low line into the corner. You know, do you think that could be the predominant line during the race, or not?
I would expect all of us to be on the bottom.
So it sounds like you don't like what the kind of result of the repave was at first glance? First impression, I should say, today.
I loved the old track, and I love Iowa Speedway. It's still Iowa Speedway, so that's good. But I really wish that the Cup cars would have got to experience the old pavement for sure.
Is there anything that you can take away from the actual tire test today?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was successful. Whenever we showed up, the track was extremely slippery, and we were just sliding around all over the place. And by the end of the day, it took a lot of rubber, got a lot of grip. The speeds were up tremendously from when we started. So I think it was a productive day from NASCAR standpoint, and I think we'll come back here and not have any issues race time.
How do you see St. Louis this weekend?
I wish that I could tell you that I see a win, but St. Louis has been a track that for the last 2 years, or ever since the Cup's been there, it hasn't been good to me. So we're back to the drawing board, and we're going to try something new going there. So we're optimistic about it. At least we're not going to be the same as we were the past 2 years, but it has not been a strong track for me yet.
Is the bump still there?
The bumps on the straightaways are, and like entering turn 1, right at the end of the front stretch, it's there, and it upsets the car a little bit. But where they repaved in the corners is completely smooth.
So the one over the tunnel is gone now?
Yeah. Yep.
Do you remember what that was like? I mean, especially in that last year.
Yeah, it was just so much fun. It was so much fun because you literally raced all over the place. Mm-hmm. So it was my favorite track.
What do you remember about what got you the win that last race in 2019?
That was a long time ago now. I remember it was super hot. It was always really hot when we came to Iowa Speedway. But yeah, I mean, driving for Joe Gibbs Racing, you always have great cars. So this was always one of our favorite ones because they had a great baseline, great setup. and we were able to run really well, no matter who was in the cars.
Thanks, Christopher.
Thank
Appreciate it.
you.